Hey guys, my name is brianquick and I'm taking you through Musescore today on how to write grooves, fills, repeats, and make them into exercises so you can make exercise 1, 4 bars, exercise 2, 4 bars, or however many bars that you want to use. Okay, Musescore is not sponsoring this show. However, I just want to tell you what I do and how I create this because I get a lot of questions on this. Okay, you can do so much with Musescore. You could write marching band material, you can write symphonic material, you could use any instrument that you can really honestly think of, and it's in Musescore, and you can make whatever music you want to make. Let's go check it out. Okay, so we are in Musescore, and we are ready to create a score. So we're going to be going over grooves and fills and how to make repeats, and then how to make them look like exercises. So as if you're writing a book, or as if you are making a chart for a lesson. So I'm just going to title my score here, grooves and fills. So you go to continue. And because we're going to be doing a drum set, I'm just going to type in drum set. Now, keep this whatever BPMs you like. I am going to let's just do a random 96 BPMs. Okay? And then I'm going to create, I'm going to try to fit in, I'm going to try to fit in 24 bars. Let's see if I can fit this in the time frame here. Okay, so here we go. We got grooves and fills. We are in. Okay, so if this is the first time you have ever been in Musescore, I want to show you something. So here you hit in, and this brings up your drum set. Now, when you go into drum set, you can see how there's all these different instruments. Okay, so now there's different voices. What I mean by voices is like different levels. So like level 1 is voice 1, level 2 is voice 2, level 3 is voice 3, level 4 is voice 4. So you can't have, if you try to put a level 1 bass drum and a level 2 bass drum together, they're not going to be able to do different subdivisions. So you have to make sure they're on a totally different voice line, okay? So what I like to do is keep bass drum on voice 2, and that's going to be A. Let's assign hi-hat. And I always like my staff line, my stems to be up. That's just a preference thing. You can do however you want. You can actually make it auto. We're going to make that voice 1. And then I like to make my snare drum. But I want to make my shortcut here to be B, because I'm going to be using hi-hat often. And then let's do snare drum. Where's my snare hit at? Snare hits. Snare rim, snare hit. Here we go. I want to make that voice 1 as well, so it's the same with the hi-hat. And then we're going to make that shortcut C. Excuse me. So now that we got our hi-hat, kick, and snare, let's put our fills. So let's make this a 4-piece kit. Okay. So let's make it a 4-piece kit. So the high tom. Let's do tom 1. Let's do tom 2. I like a little bit of a lower sound here. So tom 2 is going to be right there. And let's make that voice 1 as well. And we'll make it D. And we'll make tom 4. Let's see, back tom 5. Again, I like my stems. It's going to be E. I like my stems up. So everything is on the same stem. Everything is on the same voice, except for bass drum. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have our shortcuts established and our voices established, now we can start creating, okay? Now we have up here, we have quarter note, eighth note, 16th note, 32nd note, half note, whole note, okay? So this is where we're going to be able to make the subdivisions, okay? So what I want to do is I just want to create a simple groove, okay? Simple groove. We're really going to be focused on creating cool fills and then making the repeats. So let's just go to eighth note, and I'd like to make just an eighth note hi-hat groove. So hi-hat's going to be B. So I'm going to make it just 2 bars. Let's do 2 bars of hi-hat, okay? Snare, let's put snare on 2 and 4. So what I'll do, I just literally just go click it and drag it up there. I don't even use the shortcut for that. Okay. And then A is going to be on, let's make it a quarter note. 1 and 3. So if I were to make this if I would have made this bass drum voice B, the hi-hats here would have went away, totally away, and been a straight quarter note, if that makes sense, because they're on the same voice. So now let's create our first groove here. So let's go to measure 3. Let's go back up here to N, okay, or you can just hit N, okay, literally as a shortcut. And let's create a groove here. So let's put a quarter note hi-hat there, and then a bass drum. See how they can come together because they're on different voicings, okay? So let's do eighth note snare floor. So snare is going to be a C, and a floor tom's going to be an E, okay? And then let's do an eighth note. Let's do an eighth. Let's put an and of 2 on the snare drum. Okay, so what we want is a rest. Okay, so what I like to do is just do snare drum like that, hit N, highlight, click that first beat on beat 3, and just hit delete, and it'll create the and. And then I'll go and click beat 4, and then I will start to finish my fill. So I'd like to make this next fill a 16th note high tom. So it's going to be D. Let's do a snare drum, and then 8th note as a snare drum. Okay, and then let's do one more fill to it. So let's do an 8th note bass drum, and then high tom, which is going to be a D. See, now look, see, I'm glad this happened. So I tried to put an and as the high tom, but they're not connected because they're the same voice. It won't let me make that and for the high tom unless I go in and go in like this, in, and delete that. Now see how they're not connected at all because they're totally different voices. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that for right now. Sometimes you can go to lines and you can go up here to beams and connect them, but because they are not the same voice, you can't connect them. Okay, so let's just go here. So actually what I'm going to do is to make it look a little bit more pleasant is I'm going to do a quarter note bass drum and then 8th note like this, just like that. Okay, and then let's do a 16th note snare drum. And then again, watch what's going to happen. I want to do a bass drum, but it's not. It's gonna send me to the quarter note. I want to do an and of 2 on the bass drum. See how it just did that? So now I got to go in and delete that, only because they're not connected as voices. That's really the only reason why. If you wanted this to be like connected and this to be up here, you'd have to put it on the same voice. That's the only thing. Okay. So let's move to beat 3. Snare. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a snare quarter note. Oops. And then bass drum, I'm going to put an and. Right here. Okay. And then floor tom 16th note, which is going to be E. And then I would put an and as the bass drum there. Now this does look a little funny because they're not connected at all. They're just not connected. So that's why that looks a little bit weird. So, but with that being said, let's keep going. Now I want to make this an exercise. So I want to take this whole exercise here and I want to make a repeat out of it, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to just click that measure. Okay, I like to get rid of these just because I like to look clean. And you're literally going to find what says repeats. Oh, sorry, you're going to go to bar lines. Click that down and see how this repeat comes up. So you hit that, double click that, and you notice that the repeat comes. Now, I don't want this connected here. I want to create this whole entire exercise like exercise 1 by itself. Okay, so what do you do? So what you do is you highlight this measure, and then you go to breaks, and you're going to hit right here. This is a system break. Watch what happens when you double click it. Boom. And right there, you have a full exercise. So you can go up here. What I like to do is just click that, hit Command T, and you have text. And you can literally type exercise 1. And you can kind of move it around and make it however you want to make it. And now we have exercise 1. 2, ka, do, ka, do, ka, do, ka, do, ka, do. So, and there's your exercise right there. Again, this does look a little funky, and the only reason it looks a little funky is because that I did not connect these voices, but I wanted to show you the difference in voices. So you can see right up in this area right here how it says 2. If I click the high tom, it goes to 1. That's showing you your voices. And it won't move if I click that because that's not the voice. I have everything besides bass drum connected. And you can see here when I click it how it's the note head is blue. If I click the bass drum, it's green. So they're also color coded as well. So yeah, I created a lot more fills, a lot more measures because I thought I was going to get through this faster. However, I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys a good thorough explanation of this. So I hope this helped you learn how to create exercises. Just remember your voicings are important because you will get frustrated if you put all these on the same voicings and you're like, why is this disappearing? Why is this kind of morphing to this note when I don't want it to move to that note? So yeah, and then to create that exercise bar line that you want to look like, remember, just go down to breaks and then you can go to system break. So if I wanted to go down here and create 4 more measures, you could go ahead and go in and create the exercises as so. It's right there, and then you could literally go up and go to bar lines and go ahead and put your repeats on them. This is what I like to do. That way, now the only thing that you have to focus on is writing the exercise. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hey guys, so that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe so that you will receive videos and the notifications as they come out on whatever device that you're watching this video on. Have a good day. Hey guys, my name is brianquick and I'm going to be running you through today Musescore. Musescore is not sponsoring this podcast. It's not a podcast, Brian. You have a podcast for a reason. This is a YouTube channel. This is a YouTube channel, not a podcast. Hey guys, brianquick here. So I'm going to be taking you through Musescore today. Musescore is not... I just gotta say the words. Words are hard sometimes. Hey guys, brianquick here. So I'm going to be taking you through Musescore today. Musescore is not... Fudge, sickles, and broccoli corn.